Hello, hello. Guess who's back? Back again. Wendy. I'm blaming you for this one. Anyways, I was going to do a fire pit, but my lady informed me we do not have our fire pit permit yet. So, can't have a fire pit. Keep this opening off. I'll see you on the other side if you're here. If you're tired of seeing my ugly mug today, I understand. Be right back. Cheers, everybody. Big Slim peeking in again with the eyeballs. Kim Burrs right after that. Hello, hello. River Rat 3030, hello. Says what's going on, everybody. Emily Lindsay, hello, hello. I caught me a catfish while I was out there earlier, Emily. My camera malfunctioned and I was so mad about it, but got to see the beginning of the fight. I did get to hold it up and show it to the camera. I left it on the hook and everything, so I got to show it off, got to weigh it, got to release it. So I'll be able to make a little video out of that. But I was so mad that the whole fight wasn't on camera because it was a good one. The chat was funny too. I watched the replay real quick a minute ago. What's going on, Paul Green Space, Dragon the Gamer? Hello, hello. But yeah, it was funny because Wendy's like, "Go live." I'm like, "Hey, I'm watching my replay for a minute. I'm trying to see if I can make a video out of it." Yeah, I can definitely call you Enu from now on because that's how I knew you way, way, way back before YouTube. Enu Wisha in the house. I hope you're feeling good today, girl. I went out, got some fishing in today. My little rod that I just love to death, and so do so many of the friends that I have in here, caught a new PB on it. So the biggest fish ever caught on it to date now is a 4.02 pound channel cat. So it was fun. I expect to break that. I'm gonna keep working on it. I'm gonna try to get me like a 10 pounder on that damn thing. That 4 pounder was fun. I wish y'all could have seen the whole thing. I know there's about 30 seconds of the fight, I think, and that fight lasted almost 2 minutes. The whole time until I came back and turned the camera on. I turned the camera on as soon as I put the catfish on the ground. So that was that whole time when the camera was down, I was fighting that fish. So I'm glad you guys was there to at least see it. And then, like I said, I'll be able to chop it up into a video. So people who wasn't there or whatever will be able to see it. And I'll be able to add that to my Adventures of Rod, Little Rod playlist. Hey, where you at, Wendy? You told me to hurry up and go live. Oh no, Enu, I let it go. I will do some catch, clean, and cooks this year, but nah, I'm not ready for that yet. I was laughing because when the camera was down, I was reading the chat. Hey, JLN, what's going on? Thank you. Yeah, I use that occasionally. That one was sent to me a while back by Air Run one day. The whole picture actually doesn't fit in frame, but the top of it does, and just enough of it does to actually be able to use it as a thumbnail. Welcome to camp. Quit your bitching. Grab a beer. Got mine down here for when the fireball's gone. Hey, Mr. Duggar, what's going on? Beautiful. I'm so glad I got a new PB on Little Rod. I'm gonna keep it going though. I'm gonna keep that little rod going. I'm telling you, I'm gonna end up getting a 10-pounder on that rod at some time. I don't care what species it is. I'm gonna make sure a 10-pounder comes in on that rod. That little 4-pounder put up a hell of a fight though. I thought he was 5 for sure. When he was the way he was fighting me, and when I seen him on the ground, it had a little bit of a belly to him. I could have sworn he was gonna go 5, but only 4.02. Basically 4. What is that? 4 1/4. 4. Let's see, 16 divided by 8. I guess that's 4 1/8 ounce, 4 pound and an eighth of an ounce. I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? Oh man, I'm tired as balls. Been up since this morning. Did some stuff around the house because, like I said, we've been moving my son and turning his room into an office now for my lady. So helping a little bit of that. And then hit the road for a failed event. I really wanted to hang out there today just because it was a special day last year. I wanted to make it a special day today, but that damn internet wasn't working out there. It was giving me 1 bar of LTE. Last year when I was there, I was getting full 5 bars on my 5G. I don't know what the hell was up. John Wiggs, welcome back in. What's going on? 3 was back in 1993 in the Society for Creative Anachronism. That was a different group called themselves Camp Have a Beer. Ah, sweet. We're getting some history facts up in here. I can barely read it right now. Nah, it ain't time for bed yet. I'm gonna hang out for a little while. I'm surprised they ain't tired of me yet. I've been up here like a lot during vacation. I'm still gonna yell at Wendy when she gets in here. She's the one to say, hurry up. Yes, it is, man. Little Rod getting it done. I can't wait to drop. I'll probably drop that video in the morning or maybe before I go to bed. Well, it always works for me, except for today. For some reason, that when I was at that first spot, it just I ended it after like 15 minutes. I'm like, I'm not gonna put y'all through this. It was misery. I'm not gonna delete it. I'm gonna leave it there because it did get a lot of likes and a lot of views right off the bat. But uh, like yeah, you knew. Good to hear you getting your buzz on too. Let me get some more of my buzz on. Let me grab my guest link just in case here in a minute. Let's see here. Invite guest. Copy. Post. Hey, Joe, what's going on, man? Was you in there when I got my new PB on Little Rod earlier? I know you peeked in quite a bit today off and on, but I don't know if you was there. I caught a 4.02-pound channel cat, so I got my new PB on Little Rod. My stupid camera fell down. I mean, not fell down, dropped connection halfway through the fight. But you got to see me go, oh, Little Rod's going off. And I ran. I was fighting it, and I'm like, woo! Then my stupid StreamYard crashed. And so I was able to come back and get back in and show the fish and get it weighed and stuff. But I was just so mad because I stayed in frame this time. The way the fish ran, instead of running to the right, it ran straight out. So I was able to stay in the frame of the camera the whole time. But stupid stream error crashed on me. But like I said, it's there is enough content, even once I came back and whatever. I'll be able to put it in a video. It's just gonna look like a goofy video because it's gonna be like, oh, he says he has a fish, and then all of a sudden he has a fish. But my true people know that it's legit, and so those who wasn't able to see it are gonna get to see it. It was fun. It was fun. I wish the whole fight would have been there because it was a blast. Thank you, brother. And he knew. And like I said, there was quite a few people there when it did happen, so they got to see it. I was cracking up at the chat though, because my chat replay is already there. It's not taking a long time like it does sometimes. They were like, "Yeah, Tim or retired Rick is out there hooking a fish on for him." He called 1-800 rent a fish, and whatever. All the normal standard comments. I think Kim, it might have been Kim. I don't know. It might have been somebody else. Somebody said something seems awful fishy, or something like that. Like oh, the camera dropped. Now all of a sudden he's got a fish. What's up, the Bubs?
What's up, Bubs? Yeah, that was a nice little fish, dude.
Yeah.
I could imagine that felt good on that little rod reel.
Yep. Just getting it done. It's funny. I got 3 Uncle Lou rods hanging high and mighty in the sky. For an internet. Little rod bringing them in.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned that.
Yeah.
I sit here waiting for internet people to come hook me up and on my new internet, and they didn't show up or call or anything. And I was going to go fishing with my buddy. He went out there and caught his limit of walleye. So that kind of upset me. I wanted to be out there catching them. It's time to fish now, not sit at the house. It's pretty out there.
Yeah, it's feeling good out there. Hey,
yeah,
Jefferson,
we're doing it all on artificial too, so that's cool.
Yeah, what's kind of irritating me is I think the rest of my vacation is going to be rained out. I looked at the weather. Tomorrow and Saturday says 70% chance of thunderstorms. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday has high percentages of rain. Then I go back to work.
Damn, dude. I'm going to go fishing with you one of these times if it's clear weather or what?
What was that? You went robotic.
I said, is your girl going to go fishing with you or what?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she'll get out there. She'll get out there with me sometime this year.
Do any of your kids like to fish?
My daughter does. My son used to, but he's gone into astrology and whatever. He's going to be a teacher and all this stuff, and he's kind of not into the fishing no more. He went all sciencey. My daughter still does. She was supposed to go with me the other day, but she ended up just waking up with this awful headache, like a migraine type thing, and she just looked out of it. So she didn't end up going.
Yeah, my internet's already starting to mess up again. I hate CenturyLink. I hate them. And the new company, I was telling the guy that answered the phone, I said, you know what? I just fired some people to hire y'all. Y'all not starting off really good. I had to be here from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and they ain't even called me.
Well, they didn't call, and they didn't show up.
That wouldn't piss me off near as much as them not calling. So I don't know, man. Hell, they got $80 mine. They don't show up tomorrow. They can just go on and send my $80. I'll keep this sad ass CenturyLink.
Yeah, the one you got now, I can tell is.
Hey Joe, how you doing, brother?
I don't know why it's getting worse, but sometimes we can hear you clear as a bell, but you're not moving. And then sometimes they're moving and you sound robotic. It's almost like they're giving you one or the other. Like
Yeah,
you're either
if I
moving real good and we can see you, or you sound real clear. But then you're like frozen when you sound real
shut
clear.
off my camera, it kind of helps with them.
That
Yeah, I
might
don't
take a
know
little
what
bit off of
this
the.
stuff is doing.
Yeah, that might take a little weight off
Yeah,
of the stream. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I'll try it like this because sometimes it works if I don't have a camera on, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
I don't
plus
ever
if the
trust no
camera's off, you do
weatherman.
whatever you want.
I don't ever trust no weatherman when it comes to fishing.
Yeah. I keep an eye on it, and then I keep an eye on the radar and stuff. But it's
Radar
just
tell
like
you where. Yeah.
I don't mind fishing in rain and whatever else. But now that I stream and stuff, and I don't have protection yet for my gear, it's like, oh, okay, well, I can't go out there and do that. But I have gone out fishing a few times without going live or nothing or taking a video with me. There's been a few days where I just went out there and did it, and I didn't say nothing. I didn't do nothing. Just went out
Yeah,
there and enjoyed myself.
yeah. I'm gonna make a couple, probably more videos, but right now it's just fun getting out there and going fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, isn't that crazy? You're paying a company money to do for their services, and they don't even uh, show up at the appropriate time, or even let you know they're not coming. You know, and that kind of upset me.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
mean, they could at
I can
least be
give
like, hey,
$100 a
we
month
got
to
tied
somebody
up,
else.
something happened, woo, 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 and yeah, they could at least give you the courtesy call.
Or a reach around something, you know.
You should hit them with the laser beam, Duggar. That's messed up. Hit them with the laser beam or what? Ray gun.
Shit,
Get your ray gun out.
I think they just need a good probing.
I got a tank thumb for them. Send them my way.
Paint it up. We'll give them the tank. Give them the tank. Yeah, you know, it's like they tell me, yeah, you need to have somebody there from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Well, okay, that kind of screws my whole day up. But you know,
Right.
then
That's a whole work shift. That's a whole day. 8
and then
a.m. to 5.
they didn't even
That's a
call
whole
and
day.
inform me, Mr. Themis, we're not going to make it out there today. You know, Diana,
Hey,
how you
Ting
doing?
Ting. Actually, I caught my new PB on Little Rod. Not my PB, but Little Rod's PB. I'm going to have a video either later tonight or tomorrow about it.
Yeah, I was
My
on that.
camera crashed, so you don't get to see the whole fight, but you get to see the beginning of the fight for about 30 seconds. And then I show the fish, get it off the hook, weigh it, release it. So there'll be a video on it tomorrow at the latest. So it was a nice fish.
Yeah, you should name your thumbnail Little Rod's new PB. You know?
Yep. It was fun. When I came back and saw that little something went wrong and my camera was down, I was so mad because I was in frame the whole time. I know I was because I never moved from where I started the fight. I didn't have to move because he didn't run left and right real hard. He ran out and then I brought him in and he ran out and I brought him in. And he ran out one last time. I got him in and I got the net on him. So I was kind of mad that the StreamYard crashed on me. Hey, Catfish Dog, what's up?
Did you ever replace the line after catching it out of the lake? Did you ever replace the line that was
Oh
on
yeah,
it?
actually, I have a new reel on there now. I don't know if you noticed that, but I have a stupid little Walmart red reel on it, like from a kid's pole, because the one day when I went to cast the old one, the top popped off and the cast button flew out into the water. and it was one of those wavy days, so I wasn't able to get the cast button back. So I had to replace the reel. The first 4 fish I caught on it was from the same string and the same hook. Hey, Samantha, what's going on?
That reel just wanted to be in the lake, didn't it?
God dang it! Right, I caught it from the lake, and the button returned to the lake. Hey, Samantha, I hope it helped. I played every single video on that playlist. I sent James a message earlier today. It took almost a whole week to get through that list, so that's a good list. It's what I try to preach to people. If they want some hours and they don't, they're trying to get there sooner, you need to do a nice long playlist.
What up, Abbott?
Oh, she's finally here. Miss, hey, hurry up and go live. 21 minutes in, she finally shows up. Hey, Abbott, what's going on?
As long as she's coming, we don't care.
Lordy, hello. All right, cool. Yeah, it took me almost a week to get through that list, I believe. Every once in a while, I go in there and make sure the computer was still on and make sure it was still running the playlist. And if it was, that's when I would make the comment. But yeah, it went all the way through every single video. So hopefully some more people out there do it for you, and you can reach that goal. You and your man do good work over there for people who are trying to grow. So you say you wanted some help, I had my full help.
Dude, I got 321 loyal subjects who will be spared when we take over. 321.
Yep, you're welcome. You're good people over there, Sam. But yeah, and I bet half of them have agent names too, like Agent 336 and 217.
Absolutely. There's one of my agents in here tonight,
Got all them local.
They're special agents. Yeah.
Oh, now she's got to go grab
30's in here tonight.
You could have grabbed a beer before. Yeah, see, 30. There's another one. I should have put a number in my name, like 007. Inuyasha follows thunder. That's hilarious. Yeah, I know what that means. Big Matt says I'm 00 big.
420 gets a kick out. 00 bigness. Agent 00 bigness. Doji was here. I knew.
Wait a minute. Hey, Matt, you might want to rethink that.
I was going to buy me a little bit.
Big Matt, you might want to rethink that. Bigness. 0 bigness means no bigness.
But he's Agent 00 bigness.
I was just saying. 0 bigness.
That's double O.
means no bigness.
That's right, Adam. Brother. You're special agent Sasquatch. Avid's not just an agent; he's special agent Sasquatch.
He's X-Files type of agent. Yeah. What was that song called? I forgot the Tubular Bells. It was Tubular Bells that they played for their show.
That was cool.
If I recall right. Yeah, I think it's called Tubular Bells. See, I knew he changed his name. It says extra big. Triple X big.
That's the shirt
That
size.
was
Come
just
on.
funny when it hit me. I'm like, wait a minute, zero big means no big.
No big. He got an itty bitty ditty. There's Lloyd. Hey, that's a good show, man. You ever go check out Lloyd when he's doing his thing? He's pretty entertaining. Leg
Oh,
lamp
she's got the
plugged up.
leg lamp. That means John Wiggs is gonna come light up that lamp for you.
You know he's already looking in the window.
Right? He's like, ooh, I can see you now. Got the light on.
Spray for roaches when he gets around. You know what I mean?
She's like the Motel 6. I'll leave the light on for you.
Yeah, right.
A leg lamp,
I got
Jefferson, is actually a lamp that you reach up underneath the shade. It almost looks like you're reaching under a skirt or something. You reach up underneath the shade to pull the light, and the thing that comes down that normally is just a peg or whatever, it's shaped like a leg.
A hot leg.
It's a leg that is wired up as a lamp. Hey, Connor. Excuse me, y'all. I done chugged that fireball down, and now I got some loco going in me. That's where that burp came from. It was muted because I put my hand over it. I wasn't trying to be windy.
Well, you know what I'm doing. I'm drinking mine my way. You know, I started to get me some of that stuff, and I keep forgetting. I'm going to try it.
Well, I'm telling you, you get you one of these, you're going to be like, oh, hell, no wonder he was a fool.
No, I don't do locos. I'm a shiner box kind of guy.
I remember that one time that Valerie said she was going to get one. I don't know if she ever did or not. I forget. But I told her, I was like, no, don't you dare get one because I know she ain't no drinker. If she got one, I hope it lasted her a couple days because if she put down one whole four loco the way she would not be good.
El Loco is
I
the
do not
Mogan
advise
David
anybody to
of
drink
beer.
Four
The
Loko.
Mogan David 2020 of beers.
Even though
right?
I should be endorsed by Four Loko, I don't encourage anybody to drink it.
Four Loko is like a Mogan David 2020 of beers. It's not that great tasting, but it gets the job done.
Let's put it this way: the weakest Four Loko is 12%, and it's a malt liquor. It just happens to have a good flavor to it. And they only, as far as I know, they only come in the 24-ounce can. Well, actually, no, I think it's 1/2 ounce less. I think it's a 23.5-ounce can. Let's see here. Yeah, it's 23.5 ounces. So it's 1 pint, 7.5 ounces. But basically, one of these is at least a 6-pack of normal beer.
Damn.
Because you're talking, it's twice the size of a normal beer because a 12 ounce and a 12 ounce, that's 24 ounce. So it's 2 beers as far as size goes, but it's 12%. Some of them
Connor,
are
how
14%.
You doing?
Some of them are 14%, so they're even crazier. And then on top of that, it's a malt liquor, not just a normal beer. Wendy says she's busy guzzling beer. Lordy, Diana says, Lordy, you're in deep shit. I'm Italian.
That's a good one.
When he says, get him, he's been a meanie this week. Yeah, I got some replays to go through this week because I've been too busy with vacation and still doing some work around the house. So I have not really watched any replays. Whoop, Duggar just dropped out. So I don't know who's been a meanie. But I assume if he's still talking over there, he ain't been that mean, or Wendy would have booted him. How's it going, Lodies? But yeah, I do got some replays to get to as soon as I get back to work. Check through and see how my vacation went. I think it's been all right so far, except for the fish ain't been super hardcore, but I've caught, what, 4 or 5? I've broken my PB twice on little rod. So I'm happy with it so far. But the rest of it seems like it's going to get stormed out or rained out. I'm kind of mad about that. That kind of sucks. My lady told me next year I should take it next year, a month later. Hey, Scott and Joy. What's going on? But I told her, I said, the reason I do it is because it was a special day. I got monetized during that vacation, even though the weather sucks. So I figured I'd do it at the same time this year. She's like, well, maybe next year you might need to start it in May to have better fishing. I'm like, well, maybe. We'll see. We will see. Sorry, I was just swiping my notifications off screen. I'm a burglar. They annoy me when they get all piled up there. It goes from like the left side of my phone all the way across to the right side of my phone with different notifications. I got to get them out of there. They drive me crazy because they draw, like, I keep seeing them pop up and they draw my eye up there. With a Ronald. Kim Jefferson's got everybody saying hello to each other back there. So much other than the same thing. Oh, Wendy's drinking faster now. Oh, you don't want me to drink faster. I've only been live 30 minutes and I already slammed this and I've had a half of my loco. And I'm probably not going to hang out that long. I was kind of mad. I wanted a fire pit last night, but the wind stopped me. But I guess it's a good thing because I wanted to tonight and I came in and I told my lady I was going to grab a fire pit. We don't have our permit yet, so we can't. People in this damn neighborhood will literally call the fire department on their ass. There's some Karens around here. I smell fire. Come check my house. So the fire department show up and they'll be like, oh, they're burning over here. Then they'll ask for your fire pit. If you ain't got a fire pit, you're getting a big old fine. So couldn't do the fire pit tonight either. Even though it's perfect out there. It's 65 degrees and no wind. It'd be a great night for a little fire out there. Hey, Lauren. What's going on? Yeah, let me just give a heads up. Somebody think about going live next. Stupid Nat. Unless you guys already know somebody else who is. In that case, get their link out there. I'm not staying here that long. It's Illinois. Where'd it go? It's Illinois right there. That one's been cracking me up lately. There's no fire pit here till May. Mid-May. No. Technically, we can call and get ours now, but you do have to call. They do have to come, inspect, and then give you your permit. If you don't have it, you'll get a big ass fine if the fire department shows up. All right, have a good night, Connor. Thanks for stopping in again. I know you've been in and out today. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wendy says, in the words of Mr. Scott Swift, oh boy. Thank you, Lauren. Give me congrats. I caught a new PB on my little rod today, too, so I can't wait to drop that video. Mike's fishing home. My son came in from Missouri last night. Awesome. Hope you guys had a great night. I'm assuming y'all did. Oh, man. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of it. Like I said, I'm tired of the balls today. I'm trying to keep up on chat. I'm trying to enjoy my sips here. Probably only be here for about an hour tonight. Maybe an hour and a half, unless something. Who knows? I was 20 minutes late and already telling us bye. What the heck? Suck it up, Buttercup. No, I didn't. I'm not saying bye. I was just shouting out some of the names. But I was saying I'm not staying live that long tonight. I don't even know how y'all ain't sick of me yet. Because this is the shit I talk about sometimes. When I'm like, I see somebody go live 3, 4, 5 times a day. Usually I'm like, man, if it's somebody who never comes here, those are the people I've started getting off of my list. If I see you go live 3, 4, or 5 times in a day, and half the time I peek in there, I don't say nothing. I'll peek in, see what you're doing, and you're like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store. And I'm not talking about the cool segments like Piggy Piddles and Eileen when they do a drive somewhere. There's usually a message with it. Those are cool. Missouri Outlaw Randy is a truck driver. He's truck driving and live. That's cool. I'm talking about the people who just go, well, shit, I'm at home. I'm going to run to the store, so I better go live for 5 minutes. And they do it over and over and over through the whole day. I'm like, I ain't never seen you here. Let me just boot you. And if you somehow figure that out and you decide to boot me off yours too, I don't care. You always have something to offer us, Mike. Always. Nah, that's a lie. That's a lie. She's just trying to butter me up to make me stay longer. Just kidding. A lot goes on here for nothing really happening, so it's cool. Yeah, I mean, it really does. That's what I say, We've always done that. Like, we've just always been like, hey, we're going to hang out. There has been a lot of crazy, insane moments, and I'm talking everything from giveaways to like when we're trying to help somebody. There has been a lot of crazy things that happen here that just is like, holy crap, we didn't expect that. Although technically nothing's happening. Like it's not planned. There's no agenda. I just click go live and we hang out. Shit happens. Now I prefer it when I get to go sit on a lake or some body of water and fish and hang out. But at the same time, I also prefer sitting in my little garage corner here. I really am in a corner. That's what cracks me up. I've shown you guys this hot mess garage before. It's still Wendy. Your she shed is already looking better than my garage. There's a hot mess through this whole thing. I'm just sitting in a tiny little corner back here. Yeah, cheers, Jefferson. There's so many people out there that they make these big plans and they announce and whatever. The only thing I would announce pretty much was, yeah, I'm going to do a 1-year celebration thing. I'm going to put out a couple videos about the monetization, blah, 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 whatever. The Daisy Dudes is my first thing where I announced it way ahead of time and trying to put something together for it. Because it was funny. It was funny as hell. It came up in conversation. We started having a whatever. This thing became a thing, so it's going to happen. But as far as everything else, it's always been like just, tonight's the night I'm going live. And some weird, wonderful, crazy things has happened for so many different people, and sometimes including myself. Hey, Fresno, welcome back, brother. So, yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to hang out. I'm glad most of the people that hang out with us are here just to hang out with us and have fun. Some people are a little different, but generally speaking, everybody just wants to come have fun when they can for a few minutes. If they got something else going on, they at least stop by for a few minutes and hang out. Yes, Daisy Doos become yeah, it just became a thing, like out of the blue one night, just like everything else that's ever been fabulous here. Everything fabulous that's ever happened here was always just spontaneous. There was no, hey, I'm gonna do this, so let's try to do this or whatever. Like it's spontaneous, and that's why I love it. And the Daisy Doos was a spontaneous moment, but it just was like, oh, everybody instantly was like cracking up and whatever. So I was like, okay, let's do this. Not today. As a matter of fact, you know what, brother? Let's see, what time is it? 10:40, 11:40. In about an hour and 20 minutes, it's gonna be a new not today. In honor of your 1 year, I joined your channel as a member in the live earlier. Well, how the hell did I miss that? I do see the little S next to your name now. Oh, I wonder if it was when my camera was down. Ah, Fresno, I appreciate you, brother. You know, I've had your back for a long time, and I know you said you're going to get serious about starting to do things. If you need to reach out to me and talk, whatever, let me know anything in the background. You know, we got your back in here. You've been a brother for a long time in here. How did I miss? It must have been when my feed was down. Because I'm assuming you're talking about when I was fishing, right? Because I don't see no notifications here in this feed. Are you talking about when I was fishing earlier? Because I'm curious now. I didn't even notice you was green until you said that. You said I joined your channel as a member in the live earlier. In which live? Hey, what's going on, James? I appreciate that, brother. I'm not hanging out too long tonight, unless it blows up. Sometimes these people start popping in all of a sudden on me. Good to see you, James. Thanks. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, in the live, you ended before going home. Okay, I appreciate that, man. I didn't even notice when you first came in until you said that. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Yeah, I see that little membership thing there. I appreciate that, brother. Hey, and you're just in time too, because I haven't done this month's member shout out yet. Every month I do like a video where I go through my entire member list and how long they've been a member of things. Except for there's a few people that have requested that I don't from now on, so I won't for them. But they will still be in there. John Wiggs, that ain't a new member. You were already a member. Did he renew? It says John Wiggs, new member. You're not new. When he says I'm going live for 3 hours, watch. Sometimes I feel bad because I'll leave when there's still like 20 or 25 of you. Oh, upgraded. Okay. See, StreamYard said new. I'm like, I know that's bullshit. John's been with us I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, thank you. Upgraded for your 1 year, bro. Oh man. It's becoming a 1 year celebration. I got Catfish Fresno becoming a member. I got John Wiggs upgrade membership. Lordy says, John Wiggs, put your dick on the table. I mean, put your money on the table. uh, anyways, and you know what I really gotta say? What I really love about the memberships here is nobody expects anything out of it, and I have maintained almost 50 members on a consistent basis the entire time since Dink Over Stink became my first member, and then the memberships built up pretty quickly. And sometimes I get gifted memberships, so it'll say, "Oh, 20 new members," and then, "Oh, you lost 20 members." So it looks bad when you lose 20 members, but I get it because they were gifted. But as a channel average, I have 50 amazing people that are pretty much just like, yeah, I'm stuck with you. I fuck with you. And I appreciate that because that's like my thing. I love the fact that people are like, hey, I can't do much, but I can at least do $1.99 a month. And I thank you guys for that. Hell yeah, right there, Joy. We love you, James and Samantha. Fuck the haters. See, she's being polite and saying F the haters. Hey, this is Mike's fishing home. I'll say fuck the haters. Hey, YouTube, please welcome back in. By the way, I think you left earlier before I caught my fish. I did end up getting a fish on Little Rod. So there'll be a video on that tomorrow. What's up, Hook Fishing? God dang it. Every time I go to try to highlight somebody, the chat jumps. Hook Fishing, what's up? James, God's still taking the time to say hello, hello, and hang out for a minute with people. I appreciate that, brother. Hey, speaking of which, Wednesdays, I need to reach out to you on Messenger again and ask you something. You everywhere, you too. Yeah, yep. I think I met him. YouTube Police does be everywhere. I've seen him in a lot of people's things, but I'm thinking that, and I could be wrong, but I'm thinking that Mike Reese maybe sent him my way today. Unless I met him in your channel, because today when I was fishing, he popped in my channel. He's like, "Hey, what's going on?" to me and Mike Reese. Mike Reese wasn't on panel, so either he came from Mike Reese's or he just knows Mike Reese also. Hey, nephew, welcome back in. Nice PB on the little ride. Hell yeah, I can't wait to make a short little, video about that. Randall, what's going on? Randall Rhino Outdoors in the house. And just in case I leave before Deadpool gets back and he watches the replay, hey, brother, look, let me get my Four Local up next to your Four Local banner. I love Deadpool. He seems to be coming in like right when I'm almost leaving most nights. So, but I love that brother. Has been with us since the beginning too. He's been around here way before I was. So, but I appreciate him. He's a cool dude. Heck yeah! Congrats on the fourth baby again, and thank you for saying that you felt this was the place to announce it. Uh, ain't no way I was gonna handle four kids. I have one from a previous relationship, and then I have two that I have now. Ain't no way I was dealing with four, but congratulations to you. Do your thing. Scroll that chat real quick and make sure I didn't miss anybody while I was cracking jokes. I'm still super tired. Been up all day. I was out in the sun most of it. None of those trees are bearing fruit or having leaves or anything hardly, so there was no shade anywhere. I'm like, what the hell? Scroll, scroll, scroll. All right, looks like everybody's talking to everybody else back there. Let me get back down to the bottom so I'm current. We might just saw something. Yeah, YP, sometimes if you don't slow down, you just lose juice. Just saying. Yep. Yeah, I've been out here being crazy because I'm on vacation. I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna do me for a little while. I'm not getting around as much as I normally do. We always sick of you, Mike. Lordies. But I am surprised that people were still like right now. My God, this is my third time live today. And it says there's 24 people in here. All these different communities too. I don't get it. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, but cracks me up. Joe Ziegler, Diana. Now I only need to make 5 million a year. Yeah. Kids are expensive as shit. And I ain't even talking if they need Nikes instead of Psyches. In general, kids are expensive. Yeah, Wendy, you ain't never relaxing until after a good fart or burp, maybe. Or a part. Remember when we were talking about parts and you finally came back and admitted, hey, I just parted. She said she never heard of a part. I said, well, that's when you're peeing and you fart. That's a fart. She said she ain't never done it. She happened to leave to pay the parking meter, came back and was like, wait a minute, I just parted. New, oh, all right, nephew says taint thumb. There's the obligatory taint thumb. Mike's is like hanging out at your buddy's house and talking trash over a beer. Hell yeah, man. Especially here, because that's all I do. I drink a beer and talk shit. My goodness, that chat just jumped 4 times before I could, let's see. Hook Catfish, Joy's right there. Hook Catfishing. Couldn't load a grand. Diana. Uh, John. All right, everybody saying hello to each other right there. And she said, yes, I did. I parted. Scott. He says we almost like you. I love you, brother. And I would drop the guest link out there again and get the whole guest panel thing going again, but that's what gets me in trouble sometimes when I don't feel like staying up all night long. If I get that panel and all of a sudden there's like 6 people on panel, I stay too long. Y'all can see it in my eyes. Y'all know what I look like. You can see it in my eyes. I'm fucking tired today. Hey Heather, that's a new name for me. Uh if it's not, I'm sorry, but that looks like a new name to me. Heather Lanscron. That looks like a new name. Hook Fishing says, I'm tired too. Don't be scared, bro. Drop that link. Suck it up, Buttercup. All right, Wendy. If I'm going to suck it up, Buttercup, you better bring your ass up here when I drop the link then. All right, here comes the link. Let me get it copied because I know it's been long enough that it won't be back there. All right, you want me to suck it up, Buttercup? You fucking bend over, Buttercup. Bring your ass up here. Bam, there's the link, Buttercups. 28 people in the house. Get your asses up here with me. I love you guys. Crack me up. All right, 26. I cussed and 2 people left. He said, is that when he flirts? All right, there's a link. Y'all said don't be scared to drop the link. Mike Heather says she is here from me and John. Awesome. Appreciate y'all. So it was a new name. Y'all, shit, even though I'm already kind of a little, tired and tipsy, it looked like a new name to me. Joy said, oh my God, you use vulgar language. Fuck you. Well, I mean, she said F you. All right. I'm proud of myself again. I lasted 57 minutes. I'm going to go pay that parking meter. Wendy, I still don't see her punk ass up on panel. Talk about drop the link. Buttercup. I'll be right back. Parking meter. Now, the problem is now, it took an hour to break it. Now it's going to be every 15 minutes, probably. All right. Let's see what's he got. Work is so early. Damn it. Oh, it sounds like you're ready to go to bed because you got work in the morning. At least it's Friday, Saturday, then baseball coach on the weekend. Heck yeah, man. That's some awesome stuff, being a coach for people. All right, well, Heather, welcome in. And if you got people like John and Wendy vouching for you, you must be cool. So I appreciate you stopping in. Wendy literally has power over my panel. She can kick me out. That is when her little buttercup ass comes up here. Hey, Fishing with Jeff Bill, what's going on? 29 awesome people hanging out right now. A few getting ready to leave and a few new popping in. Y'all are awesome. Especially, my goodness, I don't even know how people ain't sick of me. It's my 3rd live today. My first one sucked. It was only 15 minutes. But that 15-minute live took me an hour and 45 minutes to drive. That's what irritated me about that one. I know my banner tonight said, quit your bitching, grab a beer, but I got a bitch about that one. I got 15 minutes worth of live of no actual real content, nothing worth even staying there. I should technically, if I was a whatever creator, like if I had values, I'm like, yeah, I'll delete that. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna leave it there. But it back and forth was like an hour and 45-minute drive. A quarter tank of gas almost for no content that was worth mentioning. But I had people coming in and saying, hey, nice to see you and congratulate me and blah, blah, blah. And it was supposed to be there the whole day, but yeah. A little wigs. God damn it. Almost feel like I'm lagging again when I try to scroll. There it is. Heather ain't ready for this jelly. Get a little crazy here. I don't know if she knows Wendy. If she knows Wendy, I'm sure she's able to maintain. She will suck it up, Buttercup. Hey, Nesby Blog. See, I dropped that link and not a damn soul clicked it, so I'm not worried about it. I'm going to hang out until I feel like not hanging out. Take my butt to bed. I will say one thing. Usually by the time I'm getting ready to go to bed, because I'm like, I'm done for the night. Usually the numbers are already kind of going down. If I have 30 average, when I start getting to that point where I'm like, oh, I need to go to bed, it's usually like down to about 20 or 15. So I don't feel as bad. There has been a few nights where I left and there's almost 30 people still here, and I felt bad about that. But usually we get somebody else to go live and drop their link in the chat next. So there's a place for people to go to hang out with the same friends. So usually it works out. Plus, I know a lot of you have friends that half of us might not even know, and you go hang out with them at that time too. So it all works out. But I'm just laughing, and I got called out to drop the link. I dropped the link, and ain't nobody clicked it. So I'm calling you out now. I'll keep it real like that. You said drop the link. I did. What happened? Crickets. I still love you guys. You are my family. You are my friends. I honestly just am dumbfounded by everything we've done together and the times that we've had together. I love you guys for that. Oh, somebody did finally click it. Let's find out who it is. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
Hey, guys. I have a few minutes. I wanted to come up and say hi. I haven't. I meant to come up today during your fishing deal. It just never happened. So I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
And so you caught one fish today. Is that right?
Yeah, you were there during, like, you walked in the door when I think you walked in right when I said, hey, fish on little rod, and I ran to the rod, because when I was watching the chat replay, you were saying hello to everybody in the chat at that time. Right. So I think I hooked that fish right when you came in. Maybe Johnny Small Pepper's my lucky man. I don't know. You walked into the chat, I believe. If I recall right from the chat replay, I'd have to watch it again. But you started talking to people when I ran away from the camera. Then my stupid StreamYard crashed on me. And then I came back and I showed the fish and released it and all that later. But yeah, you were there technically when I got that fish today. The first feed, is what sucked. I spent the hour and 45 minutes driving for no content because there was no reception there. That was weird.
That's the problem with a lot of the locations when you're fishing.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't know if this will help, but it requires money. There are cell phone boosters, and they can use them on RVs, and you can use them on stuff. I don't know if they would work if you just put this cell phone booster where you are fishing. I don't know what the technology is or anything, but I do know they have them because I'm going to buy one for my camper. I'm actually going to buy Starlink for my camper when I retire, because I can have internet, cell service, and cable. But you know, when you do that, that's very common because, you know, when you're fishing in some of those spots, you're not out in massive public, right? I mean, you're away from it pretty good. And that's the definition of being out with nature. Those rivers are in very rural areas, so that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Lakes too. So I did see you,
Yeah,
by the way. I did see you
most of the places you go, yes, you're away from that. That's why it's called going into nature. You're getting away from that shit. But some of the best fishing spots that you really want to show, yeah, you're not near somewhere where you're going to get reception. So it sucks.
Well, you know, I'm going to tell you a story here. I camped out of my Suburban before I got my RV, and my wife finally decided I looked homeless and that she didn't like it. And she said, okay, so I'm going to buy you this trailer, right? And then after she said, you like it? And I said, yes. She goes, now go ahead and buy it. So I had to buy it. But anyway, my point is, when I'm camping in my truck, right, this rig pulled up next to me, and his wife was diagnosed with cancer. They decided that, and he was a good husband, decided that he asked her, he said, what do you want to do? We've only got so many years left. They were in the mid 50s, maybe 60. And she said, I want to go out and travel. So he sold everything and bought this travel trailer. And he worked out of the travel trailer, and he bought, and next to my car with this, I must have looked like a slum daddy, but he pulled up, parked this huge $250,000, $300,000 rig next to me, and he came over and said hi, and I said, you know, I said, it's really nice when you pulled up. I lost vision of the sun. I am now in complete shade. And he said, you want me to pull up? I said, no, you don't understand. It's a huge benefit. Keep it there. And we started laughing. But he put up this big telescopic pole that was graphite. He said it cost him like $600. This graphite pole that he put up with an antenna on top of it so he could get cell and Wi-Fi service. So it's you can get these ways to do it.
Yeah.
It's just but that's why a lot of people, I believe, don't do lives or lakes. It just gets crazy.
Well, I'll tell you, technically, all I need to do eventually is to get a second cheap phone, because the plan that I pay for has 30 gigabytes of data, which I almost ran out of today. I got a notification when I got home. It said, you've used 90% of your data. We're going to slow your data down, but I get new data tomorrow because my cell phone bill will get paid tomorrow. But with all of these lives I've done, I just now was capping out my data. I can double that as a hotspot. My plan, I could technically just take this phone and go bloop, 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 turn it into a hotspot, which is a Wi-Fi hotspot, so that another phone can connect to it and get 30 gigabytes of data also. I just need to get a second phone eventually, or contact my cable company and ask them, because Comcast, I keep hearing these mobile commercials. I need to contact them and ask them, do you have an absolutely unlimited data, high speed data? See, people say, oh, I can look up YouTube all the time. yeah, that's not high-speed data. That's just basic data. So when you have unlimited data, yeah, you can watch YouTube all fucking day for free. High-speed data, they're talking about when you're out there streaming and shit. When you're out there streaming, I only have 30 gigabytes of data. Everybody knows how much streaming eats up your data. But this whole time I've been on vacation, I just now today hit my close to capping my data out. I could double that again and go for another week, though, if I had a second phone, because I could turn this phone into the Wi-Fi hotspot to give that other phone Wi-Fi 30 gigabytes of data for free. Hey, journals, what's going on?
Ladies, welcome.
Hell yeah,
and
give me that tank thumbs up, buddy.
Yeah, thumbs up to everyone if you would, and share it out if you would. Ladies, good seeing you here, bud. Nets, good seeing you. Journals, Joe Ziegler, welcome. And John Wiggs, I do like your poll. Jefferson, good seeing you. Diana Graziosi, how you doing? Good seeing you. Wendy, it's funny you said.
Well, he just cut out. He said, "It's funny you said," and then I've heard nothing since.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
Johnny
me now?
Oh, there we go.
Can you hear me?
I thought
Okay,
maybe
sorry.
you were being funny.
No,
you're back.
No. During the COVID days, Mike, they used to offer free hotspot to teachers and government workers so they could communicate and do their Zoom. So it makes a little bit of sense with that. But if you can do that, great. You might even be able to go on to, if you don't find it from your cell phone place, you might be able to go on and get a backup phone from. You just got to make sure it's the same carrier with the SIM card and all that. But you can probably get a phone for pretty cheap these days.
Well, I don't even have to use the same provider. I can technically use a phone from like 5 years ago that doesn't have any plan attached to it because it's on Wi-Fi.
Oh, so you're just hooking up the Wi-Fi aspect of it. Okay.
I can't turn another device into a hotspot, but I technically, because of my phone plan, I can turn this phone into a hotspot and then use some other phone that has no plan, no nothing, and go to its Wi-Fi internet connection and connect to this phone, and then use that phone as my recording. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't have a second phone.
That makes total sense how you just said it. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah. Hopefully you can find something that works for you, because I have 3 phones and they all hook up. Even though they don't have cell connection, right? Even though they don't have cell service. I have 3 iPhones.
Right. They don't have any data. Hey, Ruby.
Yep.
Yeah, it's basically they don't have data, but you can always connect a phone to Wi-Fi.
Right.
Even if you're not paying for any data for that phone, it can always connect for free to Wi-Fi if there's a Wi-Fi signal. That's why the kids were learning at McDonald's, during the vid also. They would just pull into the parking lot at McDonald's, connect to the McDonald's Wi-Fi, and do their homework. That was a thing during the, outbreak also. In areas where not everybody had internet, McDonald's and hotels and stuff like that always had free Wi-Fi. So you would just pull into their parking lot, connect to that Wi-Fi for the guest, which usually doesn't require a password. Hotels do, though, usually. Hotels, you usually have to give your room number and your name and your whatever to be able to connect or have a password. Mr. Mike, it's how when I live on your live that night fishing with you. Oh, you were doing a Wi-Fi connection to a hotspot? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Technically, if I had a second phone, I would double my data, even if that
Right.
phone had no data.
Yeah. Yeah. And as
Because
long as you find a
my
solution.
plan does come with 30 gigabytes of hotspot. I've never used it, but it will double my data if I had a second phone. Even if I didn't have a plan for that phone, it would double my data.
You also
So
have to think.
eventually I'll get one.
Yeah, and you also have to think you're not going to be doing a week or two of a lot of lives like you're doing, except once or twice a year.
Right,
So
because
it's
when I'm on vacation, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm
right.
gonna do as much as I can.
Exactly.
I would have liked to have done more. Like today, I even though this is my third live, but now I'm running off my Wi-Fi, so I'm at home. I'm on my Wi-Fi. I'm not burning no data. But today, I actually would have loved to have sat out there and ran out of data, and then decided, hey, I might just renew my plan today. But it didn't happen that way. I got 15 minutes in the morning. Then I sat out at the lake and enjoyed myself all day long. And then I did a couple-hour live afterwards while I was live again. And then I came home. But yeah, today I would have rather actually sat out there and went through about 20 gigabytes of data at the first spot.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it is what it is, right? I mean, it's part of
Right.
the vlogging atmosphere right now. And you got to think all this technology, YouTube, all if there's what 322 million people in the U.S., there's 55
Oh my
million content.
goodness.
Yeah. What?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's high, Joy. I pay $118 a month, and we can run 20 devices on it, unlimited data. Like there's no add-on data, there's no data at all. My cable company here, we can run over 20 devices or so on it. Unlimited data, no add-ons. Like, oh, you hit your data cap, so we're gonna start charging you for it. 200 is a lot. 4 phones, a tablet, a laptop, and a PlayStation and desktop. That seems a little high. Now, although I will say you guys are out there in rural Texas, so that's probably not too bad, actually, now that I think about it. You're out there deep in the heart of Texas, as they say. So nah, that ain't too bad, maybe.
And
Hey,
Joy,
John
I'll bet
Parker, what's going on, brother?
Joy to
Whoops.
me, judging, I think we've got a total of 9 cell phones on our plan, and I think uh, I think ours must be a little bit more than that. But we've been a customer for so long that helps a little bit too. I just don't know. Cell phone plans are expensive, uh, probably because we have huge data plans that our family all uses, right? So, but all of our kids have, and that's a lot of phones right there. So, when you
That's
have all
funny.
the,
Speaking of that,
yeah,
all of a sudden my shit crashed. That was
yeah, but
perfect timing. I'm like, man, I pay 118 and we get so much, and boom, it crashed.
yeah, but I don't think Joyce sounds much at all. I think that sounds pretty typical average. I know that that AT&T, and there's another one, the Pink Company, is trying to get people to leave and go to their data plan. But I know for a fact, because I've had every plan imaginable in the United States. And when we were when I was traveling, the only plan that worked on business was Verizon because you needed it everywhere around the country. And if I had AT&T, my cell service wasn't consistent and I couldn't use it everywhere. If I had, what was the other one? Not AT&T, it was another plan. But if I had the other plan, it wouldn't be good either. It would have the same dead spots. And so I had no choice. but to use Verizon when I was traveling nationally and worldwide. Verizon is probably one of the most outdated networks, and this was 15 years ago. I was told that
No,
Verizon is a very old
Verizon was
network.
the one who used to do the "Can you hear me now" commercials, wasn't it?
T-Mobile, yeah,
Can you hear me
yeah,
now? Can you hear me now?
yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep,
I
yep.
thought so.
I don't know if you guys know this. Ryan Reynolds, I think, sold Mint for $1 billion. That was what I understand. He sold the company for $1 billion. I don't know if it's true, but I read it in an article. He made a killing on that deal.
Yep. Well, hell, so did Dre for some headphones called Beats. Big deal.
Yeah,
He made
yeah.
he made over $1 billion on the Beats by Dre. They're
And no
freaking
one, I don't see him.
headphones.
I don't see him much anymore either.
No, you don't.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I thought that was kind
It's
of odd.
crazy. Something
Yeah,
blows up, becomes big, makes this big old multi-billion-dollar deal or whatever, and then you don't even hear about it later.
yeah. Well, it's big business is really hard for the common people like me to understand because you're not looking at the profitability, right? It's not how much money it generated; it's profitability. So if Beats was really a great profitable company, it meant that it was making, let's say 20, 30, 40, 50, the more percentage, the better profit. I don't know what that was. I have no
Yeah.
idea. And I also don't know what else they're invested in. Is it just Beats or is there other technology that they had? But
Right.
there had to
Is
have
there a whole,
there
yeah.
had to have been something. There had to have been something they bought it for, because my mindset is what you said, Mike. I don't understand what they bought
Right.
because I don't hear any advertisement for it. I just don't. It's all gone. So do they spend all the money and just buy 1 or 2 years of sales for $1 billion, and they made $1.3 billion? Is that what they did?
Wait a minute.
I
Or I will tell you something else that could have happened. Maybe they bought Beats by Dre to get it the hell off the market so they could actually keep their product on the market.
Could have been.
And maybe
It could have been that simple. Could have been
the
that simple.
big product that still sells. Like maybe it's Sony headphones, you know?
And Wendy said she could something really important too. It could have been the image
Hey,
and the
Jello.
it could have been
Hello,
the image
Jello.
and the celebrity along with the Beats, right?
Yeah.
Showing you that they're still a cutting edge company. Um, Listen, I have seen brilliant business people, and I've seen absolute catastrophic incompetence. So it doesn't mean that every deal is going to be north. There's also a branding issue. There's a lot of times what people don't realize is when a CEO takes over, are they on their way out? Do they have a plan? And some of the times, the CEOs want to do their legacy buy, right? Something that's gonna to stamp their name on the company as the big thing that they did for the company. And one of them is they might have a branding thing that they do. They might have a company growth thing they do, whether it's acquire their competitor or whatever. But it could have just been what Wendy said. It could have just been a branding thing, right? We're cutting edge. Whatever it is, I don't know if they ever made. I'm now going to have to go read up on it and see if it was a good deal or not. I bet you they made their money back.
It was just, I will say, I think it was genius marketing strategy for him to call it Beats by Dre. Because as far as the hip hop world was concerned, Dr. Dre was the man that you knew for producing the beats behind some of the biggest hits to ever come out of that community. Like Dre was the man when it came to beats. So when he decided, oh, I'm going to make this product and call it Beats by Dre, that was marketing genius And that's probably why he ended up making over $1 billion on that deal, even though if it got shelved and put away or whatever the hell else happened to it.
Everyone had him at that time.
As far as him, he was a freaking genius by doing that because it was a marketing ploy to make this bigger than it was.
Joe Ziegler said that his laptop is a Beats by Dre.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think you're saying a sound system, Joe, because every computer has like a sound system. Yeah, and so Joe.
Yeah, that's actually what it said back there too. Let me go back there and find it. I know I saw that. It's true, Wendy. So Mike, HP Beats by Dre. Yeah.
Yep. So that may be how they moved the brand forward and made money by commercializing it. They already had the technology, I imagine. And really, what does it take? I think it's probably, if you're in the laptop world, you got to be a price commodity issue, right? You got to be a commodity-based company. So they have to be making it for next to nothing to get their name out there. So, my computer has a certain brand on it. I forgot what it was, but yeah, that makes sense. Put it on stuff like that. That makes sense.
It's all about marketing. That's why I say marketing is where it's at. I'm going to tell you right now, in my area that I live now, there was this stupid used furniture store back in the day. And I'm talking like beat up, nicked and ding. The shit looked worse than Goodwill almost. But it was a used furniture store where you would go buy stuff. And they were called downers. That already lets you know you're going downers. So anyways, but they had a slogan. And I'll tell you right now, to this day, the only reason I remember their name as Downers is because of this marketing slogan that they came up with. It makes no sense at all. But everybody in this entire area, even though they don't exist anymore, remembers their commercial. Their commercial was some crazy old guy screaming and showing this dirty old beat up furniture to come by. And he say, Downers, where you always get a free onion. Because literally, you would walk in the door and they would hand you an onion. You got a free onion just for walking in the fucking door.
What?
That is genius marketing. They went out of business, like the old man died and the family didn't want to keep going. They went out of business years ago. But there is nobody in this area. I'm talking like 3, 4, 5 towns around us. There was nobody here that does not know the slogan for Downers. It was Downers, where you always get a free onion. It's a furniture store. It's a used furniture store. They were nut jobs. But when you walk through the door, them fuckers were throwing onion to you. You would get a free onion. It was genius. They probably made more money for no reason other than saying, hey, Downers, you get a free onion.
Joe says I'm totally wrong.
Even Jello. See, look, Jello remembers. Even Jello remembers that free onion deal. I'm telling you. Hey, thanks, Heather. This one is full-blown country. And he's also the one that made me my shirt that says Mike's Fishing Home. I have a whole hat collection back there. Right now it looks short because there's about 3 of them in the house. But, yeah, I got a lot of channels that have sent me hats. The one I'm wearing tonight is full-blown country.
Hey, Lance.
Great channel. And he made me the shirt that I'm wearing, which says Mike's Fishing Home. He sent that when he sent me the hat.
Hey, Mike, Joe says...
I know I saw some other stuff there.
Joe said that I'm full of crap. It's the whole computer that's Dr. Dre. It's not the sound system. It's the whole computer. So that's what they had. They had a different product portfolio than this. So it was they bought it for some development stuff too. Sounds like. Thanks, Joe. Lance, welcome.
Awesome,
Joe,
man.
welcome. It was $900 new, and I paid $300 for it remanufactured. Yeah, I'm not really a big remanufactured fan. If you have to, you have to, right? And sometimes you get good, really lucky. I have found, guys, when I get when I lose a phone, or I drive a truck over the top of it, or I step on it on gravel and it cracks a screen. Whenever I get the insurance program, I get a phone and it never works right again because they're remanufactured.
Or when he gets some peanut butter on it, or pours hot coffee on it because he's getting ready to do a chili challenge.
River Rat, welcome. Heather Langstrom, welcome. Yeah, no, yeah, that's. By the way, Mike, if I have to drop down quickly, don't take offense.
I heard you laughing. I got you.
Well, you're right. I mean, seriously, but that's interesting. So this guy had it was just a normal used furniture store. Then it wasn't anything fancy. He just did advertisements to get you to know who it was, and everyone in the area knew who it was because of the stupid onion. That's genius.
Yeah. Downer, it's a furniture store. You don't want a lemon or an onion. When you're going to buy a car, whoops, Johnny Small Pepper just fell out. When you go to buy a car, you do not want a lemon or an onion. These fuckers had a furniture store. A used furniture store. Their couches probably smelled like onions, so they wanted you to have onion on the mind. Come on, Downer, where you always get a free onion. And I got backed up. I got backed up by Jello. Even Jello says they remember that commercial. Let me drop the link again just in case. Johnny was laughing. Next thing you know, he was off the screen and you saw my big ugly face. Wait a minute, I'll see him in chat again, but I'm already in the middle of this, so let me get that out there first and I'll see what he said. My hand was in the way. Where'd he go? Oh, had to drop down. All right, no problem, man. Speaking of which, I'm probably going soon anyways. Wendy was the one goating me to drop in the link. I'm glad she did, though, because it was nice to hang out with you again, Johnny. I hope you're off a break pretty soon. We miss you, brother. It'll be good to see you back putting out stuff and all that. So that's good news that you might be coming back soon. Starting to make appearances again. Love that. Saw your chip challenge thingy. That shit was hilarious. That's why I'm glad I got you with the peanut butter and the coffee thing. I'm like, that's why he broke his phone. He like smeared peanut butter across it because he had peanut butter on the finger. Or hot coffee. No, yeah, I am, Wendy. If you ain't up here on panel in 30 seconds, I'm leaving. It's 11:30 p.m. I've been up since 8 a.m. Well, technically 6 a.m. I woke up at 6. I saw it was too early. I laid back down. I tried to go back to sleep. I finally went to sleep at about 7. I woke up at 8, so I had another hour nap. But I was up at like 5. 5:30, something like that. It was like the sun was just coming up. I'm like, why the fuck am I awake? Laid back down, but it took me a while to get back to sleep. Then my alarm went off at 8 a.m. But I was already awake before it went off. So don't give me a time of 30 seconds, boy. All right. All right. Hey, y'all can blame Wendy for this one. 30. I love you guys. Have a great night wherever you end up. And if somebody's going to go live next, they better drop the link because I'm doing the countdown. 30. 29. Let me get my finger ready to hit the button. 27. 26. 25. 24. I love you guys. 23. 22. She says stop. All right. Are you coming up? Or somebody else? Or who's going live next? Come on, y'all. Wendy needs more than 30 seconds. She love you a long time. No, I really am gonna go to bed. I'm tired as balls. I mean, you could see it in my eyes when I first showed up. I do love y'all. I almost like wasn't even gonna go live again tonight. Even though I said it when I was at the lake, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go live when I get home. Once I found out I couldn't do the fire pit, I kind of got bummed out. I didn't think I was gonna do it. But Wendy was like, hurry up and go live. I do love you guys, and I'm surprised they're not even tired of me. But yeah, I'm out of here soon, Wendy. I'm sorry, I love you guys, but an hour and a half again after the couple other times I went live, the couple of videos I have edited, I haven't dropped them yet, but I've grabbed them. I'm tired of the balls. I did some more work on my helping my son get his stuff moved downstairs. I did some more work getting my lady's her studio set up. This is my studio out here that I'm working on, but we're working on a studio for her too. Well, not studio, office. We're working on an office for her. So, no, I'm not blaming you, Wendy. I was being a smart ass. I was being a smart ass. Just like coming up tonight. I obviously was going to. I wanted to do a fire pit, but I was blaming you for how quickly it was. But yeah, I am getting ready to get out of here in a little bit. But y'all know me, I like nice round numbers. So I guess I got about, let's see, 135 will go to one. I got about 10 minutes. See, I knew it. There goes Deadpool coming in right before I leave. I'm missing it earlier. I was like, hey, if Deadpool gets here before I leave, but happens to catch the replay, let me get the Four Loco next to his Four Loco banner. If you watch the replay, you'll see I did that earlier. I'm literally talking about leaving right now. But earlier I did this, and I said, hey, if Deadpool comes in later like he normally does, but catches the replay, let me get my Four Loco by his Four Loco banner. But yeah, no, I'm tired of balls. I'd like to end this at about the 145 to 150 mark. It's been a great day. I've had a lot of fun, even though most of it was off camera. Like, this is my third live today, but yeah, I know, Deadpool. I know you got that new schedule thing. I remember talking about that one night. But even though this is technically my third live today, I was also out there in the sun for about 8 hours off of camera, just chilling and enjoying the weather and hanging out fishing. So, like, I didn't turn no camera on or nothing during those 8 hours that I was missing. I was just chilling. But even with that, this is my third live today. I can't even believe y'all even wanted to see my face this evening. So appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate the good time we had. But yeah, I do need to go lay down a little bit. Hell, I even ate 2-foot-long Subway sandwiches today. That's how long I've been going and out there. We got the 138. And like I said, I haven't seen no links yet. If they're, although I don't see the normal culprits either, though. So let me scroll. Yeah, I don't see like Michelle's Happy Homestead, Simply Jan, some of them other ones. Samantha from Twisted Art Lady. I'm not seeing any of the normal people that the goddamn bacon who would go live after me, except for Wendy. Are you going live, Wendy? Hey, Snugster, what's up? Biscuits. Sorry for that yawn, y'all. That one just came out of nowhere. Trying to roll me up a cigarette here, and all of a sudden a yawn creeped out. Speaking of which, I wonder if I need to get over there, Deadpool. Have you put anything out new since the last car show? Mike, I have only relaxed for an hour. I don't know what I'm doing. I get it. I get it. Like I said, it's been a long ass day for me. I almost wasn't gonna do this little third final one, but hey, got another hour and 40 minutes in. Had fun one more time for the evening. But yeah, I was definitely tired as balls even before I clicked go live. So, especially because I've been in the sun all day. The sun drains the hell out of you, man. At least me. I'm older. When I was a kid, the sun seemed to energize me. Now it seems to drain the hell out of me. I'm like, shit. I've been in the sun all day. I can barely talk. I barely feel like I want to get out of this chair. I almost feel like I just want to turn the light off and lay back in the garage and go to sleep back here. I won't. I'll make it to my bed, but I'm telling you, just the way I feel, I could easily reach up there, unscrew that light bulb, and lay back here in this chair and just go to sleep right here. Easily. Especially with all the cast netting I was doing earlier. I don't know if anybody in here has ever thrown a cast net, but that shit takes some work. Especially because they like to tangle up sometimes too, so you got to do some maneuvering and eyeballing and untangling those sinkers at the bottom. And then you got to get it all perfect again, and then you got to swing it again. So that little elbow muscle right there, which I have a weird one, it looks like my elbow's about to pop out of my arm. You see that knot there? That knot is weird. It's permanent. It's always there. Like that thing is weird to me. It's almost like my tank thumb. It looks weird as fuck to me. But yeah, that weird knot at the bottom, you can see it swell up when I raise my fist. Look at that weird thing. Where's it at? There it is. I'm skinny as hell, but for some reason I always have a knot right there. And then when I do this, it like gets 4 times bigger and it aches. It's almost like the tank thumb. It's a weird thing on my body there. Diana says, Mike, I now have both eyes closed. Well, put on some relaxing music and go to sleep. Light a good scented candle. Well, wait a minute. No. Don't light a candle and go to sleep. That's not a good idea. Turn on a Scentsy, maybe. One of those little Scentsy switches. Those things are cool. They won't overheat. But, yeah. 2 more minutes, y'all. Do you guys have a friend going live if you're not going? I don't even know what today is. Thursday? I don't know. Is there anybody that does a Thursday late night show regularly? Like does goddamn bacon or does a devil dog or somebody? If you guys have a friend that goes late night around this time on Thursday, drop the link for them. But anyways, yeah, I don't know what that thing is. It's so weird. Look at that big old bubble that comes up there. I don't get it. Quit lying, Wendy. You watch everybody and your best miles for half of them. Bacon only does Friday streams. Oh, okay. Maybe that's why I always miss his ass. Because I do Friday night, Red Shirt Fridays, like my Nightbot always says. I do Red Shirt Fridays. And by the time it's done with, I'm fucking drunk. I'm like, take my ass to bed. Are you going to go live tonight, Twisted? I was just wondering. I'm going to get out of here, so. I always like to offer the opportunity to drop a live link in chat if anybody's going live. Oh. Anyways, I am stoked today that I caught a new PB on Little Rock, so I can't wait to put that video out tomorrow. But other than that, man, I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. All 3 streams, even the stupid one that I should technically delete if I had any wherewithal to be like, oh, I don't want any shitty content on here. But y'all know me. All my content is shitty, so I don't care. I left it there. That one had a lot of likes and a lot of early commenters and stuff as far as in the chat. It totally sucked balls. It's not worth watching. Then I just hung out by myself most of the day, and I finally decided to go get some shad. I posted a short on the shad. Then I went back and I went fishing, and I'm glad I did because I got a new PB on Little Rock, so that was fun. I thank you all who hung out with me today multiple times. Those who wasn't here earlier but did come out, hang out this evening, I appreciate that as well. Obviously, about to take my ass to bed. Twist Early says no, she's not going live tonight. A good friend got diagnosed with breast cancer. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Yeah. Give her some love, hang out with her. Some good company, gotta hang out. I understand that. You need to find time just to rest during vacay. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do right now. And you know what kind of sucks? I might not get to go down there and hang out with Avid. I'm sorry to Avid, but I don't fuck with thunderstorms and heavy rain while driving and stuff. So, especially these days, because sometimes they turn into naders. It's almost looking iffy for tomorrow. I don't know. I'll find out. I'll look again tomorrow and I'll see if it's changed, and I'll make a decision then. But as far as what I saw when I got home, it's looking iffy. But I love y'all. Thank you so much. I'm gonna take my ass to bed. So good night, everybody. Have a great night. Mike's Fishing Home checking out. Full blown country. Thanks for the hat and the shirt again. It was nice. And it was a lucky combo today. I got a new PB. So see y'all later.